Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is one that I'm so excited to film for you guys because today I'll be sharing with you everything that I picked up from Dose of Colours. So Dose of Colours is a company that was founded in 2013 by Anna Petrosian, I think her name is pronounced. She's an amazing makeup artist. I've followed her for so many years now, so I'm so excited to finally try out Dose of Colours and share with you guys everything that I picked up. So on the inside of my package, it came with a bunch of pamphlets and this really cute set of stickers. It looks like this, isn't it so cute? I love the hearts, the lips, and the lipsticks. What I love is that literally every single collection that you buy from comes with its own little pamphlet. So you can see this is the one that came with the iluvsarahii collection from Karen. It's so beautiful. I also picked up one of these. These are the Set the Tone Cream Matte Liners. It comes with its own little pamphlet, which is beautiful. I mean, that makeup look is just everything. So pretty. You can also see that I picked up a couple of things from this collection, which is the It Up Satin Lipstick. So I love that every single collection comes with its own little pamphlet. It's super cute. I love that attention to detail. And then all of my products came packaged like this. So it's in this really beautiful pinky peach apricot packaging, and then I can kind of feel that there's some bubble wrap. So it's all come really secure. So the first two things that I picked up were eyeshadow palettes. So you can see I've got two here. This is the Eyescream palette and then the Hidden Treasures palette. So I'll open these up so you can see what they look like. So here's what the outer packaging of the Eyescream palette looks like. It is so cute. I love the pink and the ice cream. I think it's adorable. And then on the inside, it comes with a bunch of really beautiful pastel pops of color, a couple of neutrals. But I love the packaging. I think it's super cute, and I feel like that purple especially. I love a good lavender shade, so I can't wait to try that one out. And then here's what the outer packaging of the Hidden Treasure palette looks like. So you can see it's this really beautiful like navy blue with gold writing. And then here's what the inside of the palette looks like. So you can see it's predominantly a little bit more neutral with the exception of that one raspberry shade. At first, I will admit, I really didn't love the layout of this packaging. I thought it was a little bit wasteful. The fact that all of the shadows are kind of not linear at all. They're a little bit more scattered. But to be honest, I feel like the more I look at it, the more I kind of can get over it. But I do think you could probably either have saved space by making this palette a little bit smaller, or by making the shadows bigger, or adding more shadows. But I feel like the one reason I wanted to try it is because I heard really great things about the Dose of Colours powder shadow quality, and I do like the colors in here, and I think if I can get over the layout, I think it'd be really pretty. And I just feel like the tones that they put in here, like all of them kind of make sense. I just wish that maybe it was a little bit more linear. Like I get the point that it's meant to look like a bunch of little treasures kind of put in like a treasure box, and it's a little bit more just unique. I kind of get that, but I feel like if anything, they could have made this palette a little bit smaller or the shadows a little bit bigger. But either way, still excited to try it out. So next I picked up 4 of these palettes. So you can see, I think there's actually 5 on the website now, but when I picked these ones up, I'm pretty sure there was only 4. So I have the Sassy Siennas, Baked Browns, Marvellous Mauves, and Blushing Berries palettes. So I'll show you what the packaging looks like. So the first one is Sassy Siennas, so it's in a copper packaging, and then you can kind of see on the back it's got the shade names. And then the outside of the packaging does match the box. It is really pretty, but I would say if anything, as you can kind of see, if you even get one fingerprint on it, you're definitely going to leave a mark on it. I do think it's really pretty, but if that's something that bothers you like it kind of does me, it's something you should note. And then on the inside of the palette, this is what it looks like. So you can see it comes with a brush and then 5 beautiful shades. I love all of these tones. I feel like this would be such a beautiful summer palette. So here's the first one. The second palette looks like this. This is called Baked Browns. Once again, the shade names are on the back. Here is what the outside of the packaging looks like. And then here is what the shades on the inside look like. So you can see they're a little less warm, they're a little bit more neutral. They almost have a little bit more of like a red terracotta undertone. The next palette that I have here is called Marvellous Mauves. Here are the shade names on the back. This is what the outside of the palette looks like. And then here is what the inside looks like. This is so pretty. I love all the purpley mauvey undertones. I think this would make such a beautiful, unique eye look. I love this one. And then here is what the last one that I picked up looks like. This is called Blushing Berries. Once again, here are the shade names on the back. Here is what the outer packaging looks like. And then here's what the inside of the last palette looks like. So you can see it's got a little bit more of like a raspberry rosy undertone, and it's got the addition of a black, which I think will really tie this palette together. So next I picked up 4 of these Block Party single eyeshadows. I picked up the shades Shall We Dance, Heart of Gold, Encore, and Sizzle. So here's what the outer packaging of those look like. They're so beautiful. I love how simple and matte they are. And then the shade name is written at the back. So as I said, the first one here is called Shall We Dance. So here's what the first one looks like in the shade Shall We Dance. It is such a beautiful like taupey bronze color. So here's the next one. This is in the shade Heart of Gold. As you can see, it's definitely a gold, but it's got kind of like a khaki green olive undertone, which I think is really unique and really, really pretty. The next one that I picked up looks like this. This is in the shade Encore. As you can see, it's a really beautiful, rich, warm, caramelized brown. I think it is such a beautiful chocolate brown color, and especially on brown eyes, I think it looks really pretty. It's very similar to like the eyeshadow that I am wearing right now, but I feel like on brown eyes, blue eyes, hazel eyes, green eyes, I think this type of tone is always super flattering. And then the last one that I picked up looks like this. This is the shade Sizzle. It is such a beautiful, warm, red cordial, cherry, cranberry tone. It's so beautiful, and once again, I think this would look so pretty on so many different people. The next two products that I picked up are a collaboration with Karen, who is iluvsarahii here on YouTube. So this is the iluvsarahii X Dose of Colors collection. So the first thing that I picked up from the collection is the eyeshadow palette. This is what the outer packaging looks like. I feel like it pretty much matches my backdrop really well. And then the inside of the palette comes with 6 different eyeshadows. It is such a beautiful palette. I feel like they're really unique shades, especially that really beautiful like bluey teal color in the center. I feel like it's so gorgeous, kind of matched with that peachy color just next to it. I think it is such a beautiful palette, and I've heard the best things about the quality. And then the second thing that I picked up from the collection is the highlighter. So this is the outer packaging, which matches the eyeshadow palette. This is in the shade Soulmate. I'm pretty sure the other one is called Bathe, but unfortunately it was sold out, so I didn't end up picking that one up. This is what the inside looks like. As you can see, it is such a beautiful golden, almost slightly peachy gold undertone. I think the other one in the shade Bathe is more of like a pinky, almost like mauvey undertone, so I didn't end up picking that one up, as I said, because it was sold out, but maybe I'll still pick it up if it comes back in stock. So next I picked up a couple of different products from the Dose of Colors Desi x Katy collection. So you can see it's all in this really beautiful like rose gold packaging. I'm pretty sure they had 2 different collections, and in the second collection they had the bigger palette, which is called Friendcation, but that's been sold out for ages, so I'm still trying to get my hands on it. This is the first 4-pan eyeshadow palette, which has Noli, Suze, Harpoon and Turbo-san, who are named after their dogs. On the inside, this is what the packaging looks like. Isn't this so beautiful? Look how like glittery and sparkly and like gorgeous that is. And then on the back it has a little sticker that has the shade names on it. And then on the inside, this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. So you can see there's 2 neutrals and then 2 more bolder colors. From what I kind of remember them saying, I think this is more of like a pressed topper type of formula. So I'm pretty sure you're meant to kind of use these strictly as toppers. It's a really unique formula from what I remember hearing, so I can't wait to try it out. So I also picked up the highlights that they created. So you can see the top one in Chasing the Sun is in a slightly different packaging, and that's because it released in the second drop, but the other 2 are 2 of the other shades from the first drop. So you've got Mirame and Fuego. And then here's what the outer packaging looks like. So you can see it's the exact same beautiful sparkly champagne packaging like the quad. And then here is what the color looks like. So you can see this is the first one in the shade Fuego. It is a really beautiful golden highlight. And then here's the second one in the shade Mirame. So you can see it's a slightly more pinkier mauvey tone. Like if I hold the 2 of them up next to each other, you can see that Mirame is a little bit more pinkier than Fuego. So Fuego is this one right here in the gold, and then this one is Mirame. And then, as I said, the second collection that they created has a slightly different packaging. So here's the outer box of the first one, and then here's the outer box of the second one. So you can see slightly different but same kind of color scheme. And then here is what the outer packaging looks like. So you can see there's really slight differences. So here's the first collection. You can kind of see when you move it around, it's kind of like a champagne silver white undertone. And then when you move this one around, it's almost got more of like a slightly more black, darker, taupey bronze undertone. I think it's really, really pretty. I love both of them, but you can see they're slightly different, and you really couldn't tell unless you were kind of paying attention to the 2 of them close to each other. And then here is what that one looks like. So this is the shade Chasing the Sun. If anything, it looks closest to Fuego, but it's maybe a little less peach. Like if I hold the 2 of them up together, you can see that maybe if anything, it's got a little less warmth to it. It's a little bit more golden versus a little bit more peach, if that makes sense. So this one is Fuego and this one is Chasing the Sun. So they're really, really minor. Truly, you don't need them both if you aren't collecting them. So next, sticking with the Desi x Katy collection, I picked up 2 different lipsticks in 2 different formulas. The first 2 are the liquid velvet lipsticks in the shades My Main and A Mauve Story, and then I picked up the matte lipsticks in Sauvage and Hot Fire. So I'll open those up and show you what they look like. So here's what the packaging of the liquid velvets look like. So you can see there's actually no peephole to see what the color on the inside looks like, so I'll just swatch them for you. The first one is in the shade My Main. So this is the first one in the shade My Main. And then here's what the second one in a mauve story looks like. So you can see the first one in my main is a little more peach, and then a mauve story is a little bit more dusty rose with a mauve undertone. Also, these smell really good. They kind of have like a vanilla-esque type of scent to them. They smell really good. And then moving on to the two matte lipstick formulas, so you can see they're in the exact same packaging, which means once again, I'll swatch them for you so you can see what the colors look like. So the first one is in the shade Sauvage. So this is what that one looks like. This is once again the shade Sauvage, which is a really, really beautiful, deep, rich wine, almost kind of purpley eggplant color. And then the second one is in the shade Hot Fire. And then here is what the last one in the shade Hot Fire looks like. So you can see it's a really beautiful orange undertoned red. It's super, super bright. I love it. I think this is so beautiful. Even the velvets, I'd say, now that they've kind of been on my hand for a little bit, they do kind of look like a velvet matte. Like I'd say to the blind eye, they pretty much look like a matte. So I'd be curious to see how these ones will dry down to see if they're completely flat. But I can tell I'm going to get so much use out of all of those colors. I love them. Also, the mattes smell a little bit different. The velvets, as I said, had that more vanilla cupcake scent. The mattes don't really smell like anything. And then the last things that I picked up from the Desi x Katy collection are the lipsticks. So I picked up 2 in the shade No Shade and 1 in the shade More Creamer Please. I was so excited to get my hands on these because I know that there was one more product that I didn't manage to get my hands on. It was a lip gloss. I cannot remember the shade name, but it was like a clear with like gold reflect. And I literally remember checking out and that was in my cart, and I swear within 15 minutes it was completely sold out. So I'll show you what the inside of the lipsticks look like. So here is what the outer packaging looks like. I love the aesthetic. I think it's super clean, super simple, looks super classy. So here's what the first one looks like in the shade No Shade. As you can see, it is such a beautiful, neutral, peachy undertone. Not too peachy, I'd say it's more beige, like quite neutral as well. But I love the attention to detail with the names kind of written across the lipstick ferrule. I think that is so, so beautiful. And then here's the second one in the shade More Creamer Please. So I know that this one is like Desi's perfect like nude shade because it's got a lot more like of a terracotta orangey undertone. Like it's a little bit more peachy, it's a little bit more brown. So I feel like on medium to tan skin tones this would be so, so beautiful. So next I picked up a couple of different products from this collection. I think this is called the Mint For You collection. So these are the Blush Like You Mint It. That is so cute. So I picked up the shades State Mint and Amazement. So the outer packaging looks like this. I love this packaging. I truly think if you had a bunch of these in your collection, they're so easily identifiable because the mint packaging really just stands out. I just love the Dose of Colors packaging so far. I think it's beautiful. So here's what the first one in the shade Amazement looks like. It is literally my perfect blush color. I love these colors so much. It's like a really beautiful peachy pink corally apricot color. I can never have enough of these blushes in my collection. It's my favorite tone to wear on my skin. I can just tell 100% I'm going to get so much use out of this one. And then the second one that I picked up, as I said, is in the shade Statement. So you can see it's pretty similar. If anything, it's just a little bit more pink, a little more muted, but I feel like this would once again look so good with so many different skin tones and so many different looks. So I cannot wait to try it out. So the next 2 products that I picked up are also from the Mint For You collection. As you can see, they still have that beautiful mint colored box. These are the Ideal Duo Loose Pigment and Primer products. So I picked up 2 shades, Magic Mo Mint and Mint To Be. Once again, they're killing me with these names. So here's what the packaging of those look like. As you can see, there's a little area right here that you pop up and it's got the primer and a tiny little mirror right up the top there. And then you unscrew the bottom part and then it's actually got your loose pigment in there. So it's super compact, perfect for traveling. I mean, look at that when I move it back and forth. It is so beautiful and reflective. Once again, this is the shade Magic Moment. And then here's what the second one looks like. So you can see it's the exact same packaging. When you pop off the top, you've got your primer and then a tiny little mirror. I love this color. It's so unique. I definitely don't have anything in my collection that's remotely similar to it. And then this is what the pigment looks like in the bottom. So you can see once again, super reflective, really beautiful, and just so unique. I love these. That is the shade Mint To Be. So the next thing that I picked up is this product right here. This is the Set the Tone Cream Matte Eye Color in the shade Rodeo. So I only picked up one of these just because I wanted to see what the formula was like. So here's what the packaging looks like. As you can see, it is really, really clean, really, really simple. It's just white with the Dose of Colors logo written on the top. And then on the inside, here's what the color looks like. So you can use this as a eyeshadow, a liner, a base, anything like that. So that's the shade Rodeo. So next I picked up 2 of the liquid lipsticks from that Mint collection. So I picked Minty and Excitement. I love the way that these are spelled. It is so cute. I'm telling you, they're getting me with these names. I just love it. So then here is what the packaging looks like. I think it is so pretty with the frosted container and the mint lid. The first one here is Minty, so it's a little bit more peach. And then the second one is Excitement, which is a little bit more pink. And then next I picked up another 8 of the liquid lipsticks. So here's the first 4, and then here are the other 4. So I'll quickly show you which ones I picked up. So here are the shades that I picked up. I actually just counted them and it turns out I picked up 9, not 8. So I'll go from the lightest, which is here, to the darkest, which is here. So I have the shades Let's Cuddle, Supernatural, Knock on Wood, Bear With Me, Stone, Truffle, Cork, Nude Suede, and Brick. So here are the shades that I picked up. As I said, I picked up 9, not 8, but I've heard the best things about this formula. I've heard they're super comfortable and they're super long lasting as well. So I cannot wait to try these out. So next I picked up one very sad lonely lip gloss. This is in the shade Can You Not? So here is what the shade looks like. As you can see, the packaging is a little bit different. So here's the matte and then here's the gloss. So you can see that the matte has a frosted container and then the gloss is completely see-through. These two, funnily enough, would be such a perfect match. So once again, that's Let's Cuddle and Can You Not in the gloss. And then the last things I have to show you guys are all of these. So these are the It Up Satin Lipsticks. I'm actually not sure why some of these have a black packaging and then some of them have more the gold packaging, but I'll show you the shades that I picked up. So here is what the packaging looks like. It is super simple, super classy, really elegant. And then when you pop off the lid, the shape of the lipstick looks like this. So as you can see, it's a really unique shade. So this first one here is the shade Butterscotch. The next one is in the shade Glazed, so you can see it's a little bit deeper, a little more peach. Here is the next shade that I picked up. This one is called Brulee, so you can see it's quite similar to the last one, but a little bit more pink. This is the next shade that I picked up. This one is the shade Toast, which is a really beautiful nudie brownie peach. And then here's the last one that I picked up. This is in the shade Cinnamon Swirl. So it's the deepest that we've got so far, but once again, super wearable, but still kind of more of a statement. I cannot wait to try this one on. Also, the last thing I should probably note is, as you can see, they've all dried down. So these two right here, the mattes are definitely more matte. These ones do pretty much look like a matte. They have the tiniest little bit more gloss, but overall, I think they'll all be matte on the lips. So yeah guys, that is everything that I picked up today from Dose of Colors. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, then you know what to do. Please feel free to leave me a like, comment, and leave any requests that you have down below in the comment bar. Subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell and drag it all the way down to all to become a part of this family and be notified of all my future videos. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. Called Bathe, I think Bathe? Bathe in? Bathe it?
I don't know.
She's so cute.
Oh.
Good.